The iconic spy comedy Get Smart, 1965–1970, delivered countless laughs and unforgettable characters, but the real lives of its 35 cast members were marked by struggles and tragedies that stood in stark contrast to the show's lighthearted nature. While audiences enjoyed Agent 86's antics and the clever humor, many of the actors faced untimely health issues, personal battles, and heartbreaking losses off-screen. This look back at the Get Smart cast explores the hidden sorrows and challenges that shaped their lives and legacies. Join us as we uncover the poignant and often tragic stories of the talented individuals who made this classic series a comedy favorite. Stacy K Senior, born May 29, 1914, in Chicago, Illinois, was cast as Carlson, the eccentric control scientist, in Get Smart, 1966. Known for inventing bizarre gadgets, his character was a comic take on the James Bond series Gadget Master Q. Keach Sr. had a long and varied career in Hollywood, playing diverse roles in film and television. However, his personal life was often turbulent. He married twice, but his first wife's untimely death cast a shadow over his early years in Hollywood. He eventually remarried and had 2 sons, one of whom, Stacy Keach Jr., went on to have a successful acting career. Keach's marriage faced considerable challenges, particularly due to his frequent work and struggles with health issues in his later years. As he aged, his heart condition worsened, leading to several hospitalizations. Additionally, he was deeply affected by the deaths of friends and former co-stars, which left him grappling with loneliness. Despite his personal hardships, Keach remained dedicated to his craft until his passing on February 13, 2003, at the age of 88, due to congestive heart failure. Don Adams, born April 13, 1923, in New York City, became an icon through his role as Maxwell Smart in Get Smart, 1965–1970, a show that combined comedy with a spy thriller twist. His portrayal of the bumbling but lovable agent earned him 3 Emmy Awards, cementing his place in television history. However, Adams's real life was far less glamorous. After enlisting in the Marines during World War II, he survived a severe case of Blackwater fever that nearly took his life. Following his return to civilian life, he pursued comedy, but success didn't come easily. His personal life was marked by turbulence. Adams married 3 times, and each marriage ended in divorce. His second wife, Dorothy Bracken, was the mother of his 4 daughters, but the marriage was strained by his long work hours and financial stresses. These pressures only grew over time, as poor financial decisions left him struggling to maintain his lifestyle. Adams's later years were marked by depression, exacerbated by the loss of several Hollywood friends, including close collaborators on Get Smart. Though he continued to work sporadically, his health began to fail, and he ultimately passed away on September 25, 2005, at 82, due to a lung infection. Milton Selzer, born on October 25, 1918, in Lowell, Massachusetts, was a versatile character actor who became widely recognized for his portrayal of Parker, a control agent in Get Smart, from 1965 to 1966. His career spanned numerous films and television series, with memorable appearances in shows like The Twilight Zone and Mission: Impossible. Despite a fulfilling career, Selzer's personal life was fraught with tragedy. His marriage to actress Ruth Gerber was turbulent, ending in divorce after years of strained relations due to his frequent on-set commitments. The couple had 1 son, Mark, whose struggles with substance abuse caused further heartache for Selzer. In addition, Milton faced the sorrow of losing close friends and colleagues, including Edward Andrews, with whom he often worked. Selzer endured loneliness after retiring, compounded by the passing of his wife, though they had been long separated. His final years were spent battling respiratory illnesses, and on October 21, 2006, he succumbed to pulmonary complications, just days before his 88th birthday. Edward Platt, born February 14, 1916, in Staten Island, New York, played the Chief, Maxwell Smart's exasperated but supportive boss, in Get Smart, 1965 to 1970. Platt's powerful voice and dignified presence made him the perfect choice for the role. He had a well-rounded career, with roles in films such as Rebel Without a Cause, but it was Get Smart that gave him his most memorable part. Despite his professional success, Platt's life was filled with personal tragedy. He endured 2 failed marriages, and his family life was troubled by financial issues. His investments drained his savings, leaving him in significant debt. These stresses weighed heavily on Platt, who was known to struggle with depression. He faced health issues that only compounded his difficulties, and in the years following Get Smart, his acting opportunities dwindled. To add to his sorrow, the passing of several close friends left him feeling isolated and deeply saddened. Despite attempts to revive his career, his mental and physical health continued to decline. Edward Platt's life came to an early and tragic end on March 19, 1974, when he died of a heart attack at the age of 58. Victor French, born December 4, 1934, in Santa Barbara, California, is best known to Get Smart fans as Agent 44, a bumbling spy whose knack for ending up in bizarre, confined places added humor to the show from 1965 to 1966. French, a familiar face in westerns and action series, often struggled with being typecast as a gruff character, but he deeply valued his friendships, particularly his bond with actor Michael Landon. French married twice, both marriages ended in divorce, reportedly due to his long absences for work, leaving him with regret over the limited time spent with his 3 children, Victor Jr., Kelly, and Tracy. In a particularly tragic turn, Landon's death in 1991 struck French hard, especially as it came so soon after his own cancer diagnosis. Already weakened by years of heavy smoking, Victor French passed away from lung cancer on June 15, 1989, at the age of 54, leaving behind a legacy of memorable roles and a sense of loss among his family and fans. Dick Gautier, born October 30, 1931, in Culver City, California, brought both humor and a touch of poignancy to the role of Himmy the Robot in Get Smart, 1966 to 1968. With Himmy's robotic misunderstandings and efforts to be human, Gautier's performance became a fan favorite. Off-screen, Gautier pursued a varied career, dabbling in comedy, acting, and even cartooning. However, his personal life had its share of ups and downs. He married 3 times, and each marriage was marked by its own challenges. Financial pressures and Gautier's relentless work schedule often strained his relationships, especially with his first wife, Beverly. They had 2 children, Denise and Randy, whom he later admitted he did not see enough of due to his career demands. Gautier also faced the heartbreak of losing several close friends from the entertainment world, such as Don Rickles and Robert Vaughn. In his later years, a prolonged illness took a toll on his health, and on January 13, 2017, he passed away at the age of 85. Ralph Manza, born on December 1, 1921, in San Francisco, California, was a lively spirit known for playing the role of Finster in Get Smart from 1967 to 1970. His role as Finster, a control agent who often stumbled into chaotic situations, added an irreplaceable lightheartedness to the show. Manza's career, though rich in television appearances, was marked by highs and lows, as he struggled to secure leading roles, often finding himself typecast as the funny sidekick. Off-screen, he experienced an especially challenging personal life. His marriage, though loving, was fraught with stress due to his demanding schedule, and he often lamented missing key moments with his children, though he had 2 sons, Mark and David, who remained close to him. One of his deepest sorrows was losing several close friends in the industry to untimely deaths, his Get Smart co-star. These losses affected him deeply, leaving him with lingering regrets and loneliness. Manza ultimately passed away on January 31, 2000, at age 78, following complications from a heart attack. Jane Dullo, born on October 13, 1917, in Baltimore, Maryland, carved a niche for herself as a beloved character actress. She joined Get Smart in 1968 as 99's mother, adding a touch of familial warmth to the otherwise zany world of espionage. Dullo's knack for comedy and her delightful on-screen presence brought life to her character, offering audiences a glimpse into Agent 99's background. Yet, despite her comedic success, her personal life was marked by heartbreak. She married once, to actor and director Leonard Strong, but their relationship suffered under the pressures of Hollywood, eventually leading to a quiet and painful divorce. One of her deepest sorrows came when she lost her sister, her closest confidant, to a sudden illness. This grief, coupled with her declining health in later years, left her in a state of isolation. Her final years were marked by battles with respiratory issues that limited her ability to work, robbing her of the joy that acting once brought her. On May 22, 1994, Jane Dullo passed away at the age of 76 from respiratory failure. Robert Cornthwaite, born on April 28, 1917, in St. Helens, Oregon, captivated audiences as Windish, a scheming scientist in Get Smart, 1965. Known for his dignified yet unsettling presence, Cornthwaite's career spanned classics like The Thing from Another World, though he often found himself typecast as villains or intellectuals, limiting his career ambitions. Despite his successful career, Cornthwaite's life was tinged with sorrow. His marriage to his wife, Elizabeth, ended in a quiet separation, partly due to the pressures of Hollywood and his obsessive dedication to his craft. Their son, Robert Jr., distanced himself from the family, leaving Cornthwaite feeling a profound loneliness. The untimely death of a close colleague, Whit Bissell, also weighed heavily on him, as they had shared the screen in several projects. Cornthwaite's health slowly declined with age, and he passed away peacefully on July 20, 2006, at the age of 89, from natural causes, marking the end of an era for a beloved character actor. William Schaller, born on July 6, 1922, in Los Angeles, California, brought an air of authority and grace to the role of Admiral Hargrade in Get Smart, 1967. Known for his vast career across film and television, Schaller's portrayal of Hargrade, a wise control officer, reflected the quiet strength he carried in life. He experienced a steady career, but the years were not without personal hardships. Schaller was married to actress Leah Wagner, with whom he had 4 children, but their home life often saw turbulence due to his frequent work commitments, which kept him away for extended periods. His later years were marked by a series of heart-wrenching losses, including the deaths of several close friends, such as actor Leonard Nimoy, which he openly described as shattering. In his final years, he struggled with health issues that limited his once active lifestyle. William Schaller passed away on May 8, 2016, at the age of 93, succumbing to natural causes after a long. Howard Kane, born on January 2, 1926, in Nashville, Tennessee, left an unforgettable impression on Get Smart audiences as Betty Oskin, the Master of Disguise, in 1965. Kane, a skilled character actor, brought an intrigue to Betty Oskin's role, captivating viewers with his talent for vanishing into different characters. However, Kane's life was shadowed by personal and professional turmoil. Despite his success on screen, he struggled with insecurities, often worrying about being overshadowed by more prominent actors of his time. Married twice, his second marriage ended in a painful divorce that left him questioning his path, and he often spoke of feeling adrift without a true home. Additionally, he faced the devastating loss of his brother, a tragedy he never fully recovered from, and it weighed heavily on him throughout his life. On December 28, 1993, Howard Kane passed away from a heart attack at age 67. Oscar Beregi Jr., born on May 12, 1918, in Budapest, Hungary, delivered a memorable performance as Beastmaster in Get Smart, 1966, wielding a chilling intelligence that left a mark on audiences. Having fled Europe due to World War II, Beregi carried a legacy as the son of a famous Hungarian actor, which added both pride and pressure. His personal life was complex. Although he married, his devotion to his career and lingering war trauma strained his family relationships, ultimately leading to divorce. He remained deeply affected by the deaths of his parents, who passed shortly after he immigrated, and he faced the profound loss of his mentor, actor Conrad Veidt, whose early death haunted him. Despite his talent, Bere was plagued by heart issues later in life, and on November 1, 1976, he suffered a fatal heart attack at the age of 58, leaving behind a legacy as a skilled actor with a powerful, unforgettable presence. Gordon Jump, born on April 1, 1932, in Dayton, Ohio, appeared in Get Smart as Hobson, a steady and reliable control agent, in 1966. Jump later found fame as Arthur Carlson on WKRP in Cincinnati, but his journey was not without hardship. Jump married twice, but both marriages ended in divorce, largely due to the strains of his busy career. He was a father to 4 children, yet his work commitments often kept him from spending time with his family, a regret he carried deeply. One of the darkest periods in his life occurred when he was accused of misconduct on the set of a project, a claim that was later proven false but damaged his reputation significantly. Additionally, he was devastated by the sudden passing of a close friend and co-star, which weighed on him for years. Later in life, he developed pulmonary fibrosis, a chronic illness that gradually limited his ability to work and led him to retire reluctantly. On September 22, 2003, Gordon Jump passed away at the age of 71 due to complications from pulmonary fibrosis. Joey Foreman, born on November 18, 1929, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, brought humor and warmth to Get Smart with his portrayal of Harry, who from 1965 to 1966, a detective whose comedic quirks were an affectionate parody of Charlie Chan. While Foreman's portrayal charmed audiences, his own life was marked by significant challenges. Married to Judy, with whom he had a son named Jeremy, Foreman faced numerous personal struggles, including balancing the demands of fame with his desire for privacy. Professionally, he found himself stereotyped as a comedic sidekick, which limited his opportunities to expand into more serious roles. Foreman endured the heartbreaking loss of his best friend and comedy partner, leaving Foreman to grapple with loneliness. Another tragedy struck in the form of a life-threatening car accident, which left him with chronic pain that haunted him until his last days. Joey Foreman passed away on December 9, 1982, at the age of 53 from pulmonary fibrosis. Len Lesser, born December 3, 1922, in New York City, was known for his sly wit and memorable guest appearances in film and television. In 1965, he played Len, a KAOS agent, on Get Smart. Lesser's performance was both humorous and sinister, making Len a charming but cunning character. Lesser's life off-screen, however, was marked by hardship. He married young and had 2 children, but his marriage ended in divorce, strained by his frequent absences and the unstable nature of an actor's life. The loss of his brother during World War II profoundly affected him, creating a void he struggled to fill. His career took off slowly, forcing him to take on small roles while he dealt with financial difficulties. Lesser also experienced a significant health scare in the 1980s, when he suffered a heart attack, which made him reassess his life but ultimately left him with a weakened heart. Lesser continued acting until his final years, despite ongoing health issues. He passed away on February 16, 2011, at the age of 88, due to pneumonia. Leonard Strong, born on August 12, 1908, in Salt Lake City, Utah, made a lasting impact in Get Smart as the Claw, a villain with a hook hand whose comically menacing demeanor became iconic in the show's 1965 season. Known for his sharp timing and unique portrayal of a campy, yet intimidating character, Strong's talent shined across television. His career, however, was overshadowed by personal struggles. Married only briefly, he found it difficult to maintain relationships, feeling isolated in Hollywood's demanding industry. In the 1970s, he faced the tragic loss of his brother, which deepened his struggles with depression and loneliness. Close friend and fellow actors passing affected him greatly, as they shared a bond over being typecast in stereotypical roles. Strong's final years were marked by a quiet battle with cancer, and he succumbed to the illness on January 23, 1980, at the age of 71, leaving a void in the hearts of fans and colleagues. Sid Hag, born on July 14, 1939, in Fresno, California, made an unforgettable impression as Bruce, the formidable control agent in Get Smart, 1967. Known for his towering presence and powerful build, Hag was an actor of striking intensity, both on and off the screen. He enjoyed a vibrant career, playing diverse roles in both comedy and horror, yet Hag faced multiple hurdles. Despite a happy marriage with Susan L. Boberg, his second wife, Hag's desire to have children remained unfulfilled, a longing he spoke of frequently. Hag also struggled with typecasting, often seen as merely a tough guy, which restricted his range in Hollywood. His life was further marked by the tragic deaths of two close friends and colleagues, his mentor Lon Chaney Jr. and fellow horror star Sid Melton, which left Hag with a profound sense of loss. In his later years, his health declined due to respiratory issues, and he faced emotional and physical challenges that affected his once active lifestyle. Sid Hag passed away on September 21, 2019, at age 80 from complications following a lung infection. Harry Bash, born on January 16, 1926, in Trenton, New Jersey, brought to life the menacing Cow's leader in Get Smart in 1965. Bash's character, a ruthless mastermind, was a memorable villain whose cunning mind often challenged Maxwell's smart and control. His acting career saw many successes, but he also experienced intense struggles with self-doubt and moments of feeling overlooked in Hollywood's competitive landscape. Married to his wife, Jean, for over 40 years, he enjoyed a stable family life, though he regretted the lack of children. One of the hardest losses for him was the sudden death of his close friend and fellow actor Edward Andrews, which deeply affected Bash. He also struggled to cope with the passing of his own father early in his career, a loss that shadowed his sense of fulfillment. Additionally, Bash faced financial setbacks that nearly led to bankruptcy in the late 1970s, a stress that lingered throughout his later years. He passed away peacefully on June 23, 2020, at age 94, due to natural causes. Don Ross, born on April 4, 1920, in New York City, was a dedicated and dependable character actor who found steady work in television. Ross joined Get Smart in 1965, where he played Agent No. 52, a loyal and competent control operative who added a sense of camaraderie to the series. Behind the scenes, Ross led a relatively private life. He married once and had one daughter, but the marriage was troubled, ending in separation due to the pressures of his career and his struggle with alcoholism. Ross spent years fighting his addiction, which led to a few lost roles and strained relationships with his colleagues. One of his closest friends, actor and fellow Get Smart cast member Paul Hahn, passed away in 1976, a loss that hit Ross hard. In his later years, he lived a quieter life, staying out of the limelight. After battling several health issues, Don Ross passed away from natural causes on January 15, 2011, at the age of 90. John Doucette, born on January 21, 1921, in Brockton, Massachusetts, was a character actor with a commanding presence. Known for his versatility, Doucette took on roles that highlighted his stern and authoritative demeanor. In 1968, he appeared in Get Smart as Colonel Von Klaus, a ruthless adversary of Maxwell's smart and control. Doucette's portrayal of Von Klaus gave the character an unyielding, menacing quality that made him one of the show's most memorable villains. Doucette married twice, but both relationships were turbulent. His first wife left him as his career took off, feeling neglected due to his work demands. With his second wife, he had 3 children, but balancing family life and career proved difficult. Tragedy struck in the early 1970s when he lost his oldest son in a car accident, a pain that haunted Doucette deeply and affected his health and spirits. He also faced financial challenges later in life, as acting opportunities waned. Doucette was devastated by the passing of his friend and Get Smart co-star Edward Platt, who died in 1974. In his final years, Doucette battled cancer, which eventually claimed his life on August 16, 1994, at the age of 73. Leonard Breman, born on November 21, 1915, in Brooklyn, New York, played the affable and unflappable bartender in Get Smart, 1966, a role that brought a relatable humor to the surreal world of control and chaos. Known for his ability to bring humor to minor roles, Breman enjoyed a steady career, though he rarely received major recognition. His personal life, however, was filled with challenges. Married to his high school sweetheart, Ruth, their marriage suffered under financial strains and Breman's erratic work schedule, eventually leading to separation. They had a daughter, Judy, whose mental health struggles became a constant source of worry for Breman. A close friend and confidant passed away in 1978, leaving Breman to reflect on the fleeting nature of friendships in Hollywood. Heartbroken and weary, Breman himself passed away on March 21, 1986, at age 70, succumbing to a heart attack after a long period of declining health. Don Rickles, born on May 8, 1926, in New York City, brought his trademark sharp wit to Get Smart as Sid Krim, Maxwell Smart's streetwise friend, in 1968. Known worldwide as a king of insult comedy, Rickles' career was illustrious, marked by numerous appearances in film, television, and stand-up. Though he enjoyed a long-lasting marriage to Barbara Sklar, with whom he had 2 children, he faced personal tragedies that left deep scars. In 1977, Rickles' son, Larry, was born prematurely, leading to lifelong health complications. Rickles was deeply shaken by the loss of his friend and fellow comedian, Johnny Carson, who had been a significant part of his life and career. In his final years, Rickles battled kidney problems and the loss of his daughter Mindy to an unexpected illness, which left him heartbroken. Don Rickles passed away on April 6, 2017, at the age of 90, from kidney failure, leaving behind a legacy of laughter intertwined with private grief. Harold J. Stone, born March 3, 1913, in New York City, was known for his intense presence and rich career in both film and television. He played Captain Groman in Get Smart in 1966, embodying a stern and no-nonsense figure who posed a significant challenge to Maxwell Smart. Despite his success, Stone's life was punctuated with deep sadness and struggles. Married 3 times, his first marriage to actress Marilyn Johnson ended in divorce after the tragic stillbirth of their only child, a loss that haunted him. His second wife, Judith, provided some comfort, but Stone's dedication to acting put stress on their relationship, ultimately leading to their separation. A major heartbreak for him was the death of his close friend and co-star, actor John Hoyt, who had shared the screen with him in numerous roles. Later in life, Stone struggled with depression, and his declining health limited his once vibrant social life. Harold J. Stone passed away on November 18, 2005, at 92, from natural causes. Joseph Sorolla, born on October 7, 1929, in Carteret, New Jersey, captivated audiences with his devilish charm as Harvey Satan in Get Smart, 1965, a role that allowed him to showcase his skill at blending sophistication with villainy. Known as the King of Voiceovers, later in his career, Sorolla's unique voice was featured in countless commercials, though he found it bittersweet that his face was not as recognized as his voice. Sorolla married Alice, his high school sweetheart, with whom he had 2 sons, Robert and David. His family life brought him joy, but 3 tragic events left scars: the sudden death of his younger brother in 1983, an accident that injured his son Robert, and the loss of his acting mentor, Edward Andrews, in 1985. Sorolla faced his own health challenges in his later years, struggling with respiratory issues that gradually worsened. He passed away on February 10, 2019, at the age of 89 due to complications from respiratory failure. Byron Morrow, born on September 8, 1911, in Chicago, Illinois, embodied the wise and grounded control agent 37 in Get Smart, 1965, lending a seasoned stability to the team. Throughout his career, Morrow appeared in various television classics, including Star Trek, where he frequently played authority figures, yet he often struggled with typecasting, feeling overlooked for more dynamic roles. His personal life was marked by hardship. Married twice, both marriages ended in estrangement as he prioritized his work. His only son, Mark, distanced himself in adulthood, leaving Morrow emotionally isolated. In the later years of his life, he endured the tragic passing of his closest friend and fellow actor, Edward Platt, whose suicide devastated him. Platt's death deepened Morrow's feelings of loneliness, as they had bonded over shared struggles in Hollywood. Morrow quietly passed away from natural causes on May 11, 2006, at the age of 94, closing a chapter on a life of quiet endurance and resilience. Gil Perkins, born on August 24, 1907, in Melbourne, Australia, had a storied career not only as an actor but also as a highly skilled stuntman. His portrayal of a KOS agent in Get Smart in 1966 showcased his robust physicality and daring stunts, which brought an authentic sense of danger to the role. Throughout his career, Perkins appeared in many classic films, often uncredited, where he performed high-risk stunts that left him with lasting injuries. In his personal life, Perkins married Joan, a British actress, and they had one daughter, Annabelle. However, family life wasn't always stable. His demanding career often kept him away from home, causing strain on his marriage. 3 tragedies marked his life: his wife's unexpected passing in 1975, a severe accident in 1953 during a film shoot that left him hospitalized for months, and the early death of his close friend and fellow stuntman Dave Sharp. These losses weighed heavily on Perkins, leaving him with a stoic resilience until his death. He passed away quietly on March 28, 1999, at the age of 91, from natural causes. What do you think about the deaths of the actors in Get Smart, and who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to see the latest videos.